Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be reacting and discussing a video with Neil Degrasse Tyson. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And he's going to be explaining why he doesn't believe in a creator or God. And so we'll see if there's a logical explanation for uh, what his what he believes about the non-existence of God. Sorry about that.
Do you believe in God?
Me?
The creator?
Yeah. So the more I look at the universe, just the less convinced I am that there is something benevolent going on. So if your concept of a creator is someone who's all powerful and all good, that's not an uncommon pairing of powers that you might ascribe to a creator. All powerful and all good. And I look at disasters that afflict Earth and life on Earth: volcanoes, hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, disease, pestilence, congenital birth defects. You look at this list of ways that life is made miserable on Earth by natural causes. And I just ask, how do you deal with that?
Okay, well, I'm going to stop it here and say that what he just said is a very reasonable question. In fact, every person should probably be asking that question because it's a reasonable question because the world doesn't add up to our desires. Humans desire to be around beauty, to live without the problems that exist and plague mankind today because we weren't meant to live in these conditions. So it's not natural. He just said natural causes. It's not natural for humans to go through any of those things. And so that's where the difference is that it's unnatural for humans to go through any of those problems. And so the world doesn't add up to the desires that we have. So that was a logical question to say: an all powerful God, loving, why would he allow these things to happen? Because his enemy confronted Eve with that choice to sin against God or not, and then ultimately her husband Adam sided with her. He raised By the comment that he made to Eve, he raised a question by lying on God. He raised the question of whether or not will any creation that God created, angel, human, or any future creation, would, given free will, would any creation be better off not listening to God or just following their own laws without adhering to God's laws? And we see the outcome of exactly what he just mentioned, all the chaos that exists in the world. And so that's the reason for it. It had to be a length of time that would pass by in order to answer that claim that was brought up of whether or not any creation could live successfully away without his laws. And we know that that's not possible for humans to live successfully without God and following His laws. So that question is already answered. It has already been answered during these last days of our time. And so we'll continue. We'll keep going just to see what else he has to say.
So philosophers rose up and said, if there is a God, God is either not all powerful or not all good. I have no problems if, as we probe the origins of things, we bump up into the bearded man. If that shows up, we're good to go. Okay? Not a problem. There's just no evidence of it. And this is why religions are called faiths, collectively, because you believe something in the absence of evidence.
Actually, that's not true. The definition of faith is not faith with lack of evidence. The Bible's explanation of faith is the very thing that the explanation is faith is the evident demonstration of realities, though not beheld. So it's not unfounded to have faith. It's very logical, and it's evident in all around us in creation, the way we're made, life itself, and the very thing that's the argument here: humans' desires don't add up to the world we're living in because it was disrupted. God's original purpose was for us to have the desires of our heart, what we long for. And so we'll keep going.
That's what it is. That's why it's called faith. Otherwise, we would call all religions evidence, but we don't, for exactly that reason. So I'm given what everyone describes to be the properties that would be expressed by an all-powerful being in the gods that they worship. I look for that in the universe and I don't find it. So I remain unconvinced. But if you've got some good evidence, bring it, bring it, bring it. Okay? And so I don't lead with that information because what I believe should be irrelevant to anyone. It's not about me. It's about the real world.
Do you believe in God?
Me?
So let me know what you guys think in the comments about this subject and what I have said.